Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Everybody.
Shana Tova.
L'Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
L'Shana Tova.
L'Shana Tova. Happy and healthy New Year, everybody.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Happy New Year.
L'Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova v'Gamar Tov.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Make it a good year. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova, everyone.
Shana Tova.
Health, happiness, and many beautiful sunsets.
Shana Tova.
And Shana Tova.
Shana Tova. Wishing you a happy, healthy New Year.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova. Happy New Year, everyone.
Good Yontif. Stay healthy and be safe.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova. Happy New Year. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
L'Shana Tova. Stay safe. Be well.
Shana Tova Tika Tevu. Wishing you a happy, healthy, and sweet New Year.
Shana Tova. From our family to yours. Have a sweet New Year.
L'Shana Tova to my TBA family. Have a wonderful and healthy 5781.
L'Shana Tova.
L'Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova and a sweet new year.
Shana Tova, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Shana Tova. From my home to yours. Wishing everybody a very healthy and a happy New Year.
Shana Tova.
L'Shana Tova. Happy New Year.
Shana Tova, everybody.
Shana Tova.
I would like to wish a Shana Tova on behalf of the officers, the trustees, and all the members of Temple B'nai Abraham.
Wishing you a happy, sweet, and most of all, healthy New Year from the entire Klein family.
Happy New Year, everybody.
everyone.
And friends, here we are at the end of Yom Kippur, at the Naila service, at the closing of the gates. And this is a very important time for us, particularly this year, because what we are all doing, what we have all been doing, is praying and working for life. All of our efforts count. Our support of each other across cyberspace counts. Our prayers count. So may we all join together and not only ask of God, but demand of God that a full return to life for all of us comes soon. We turn to page 761. As we sit here in meditation and prayer, the last lingering grains of sand filter through the hourglass of this holy day. The dusk draws ever closer. The relentless hand of time hangs poised, about to mark the end of Yom Kippur. In the entire Jewish year, there is no moment more solemn than this one. All through the day, the flood of prayer has ebbed and flowed. Now, as the sun sinks low, as the shadows of night draw near, we feel a new pitch of intensity. Open for us the gate at the hour of the closing of the gate. The word Naila, the name of the service which is about to begin, means the locking of a gate. In ancient days, as long as the sun shone, the gates of the temple were kept open. All who wanted to could enter. But at nightfall, the gates were locked. From then on, no one could enter or leave. Later, the word Naila was applied to the last service of Yom Kippur. For in this day, the Jews saw a spiritual gate, an entranceway to a new relationship with God, an opportunity to change, to begin again. In our lives, many gates open before us and close behind us. Each year has been such a gate, and as the years have come and gone, gates have opened and shut. No power or prayer can reopen a gate which has swung shut. It is sealed forever. But a new gate has just opened before us. It beckons to us with wondrous gifts. It offers us minutes, hours, days. How will we use these precious gifts? In this Naila hour, let us resolve to enter the gates to truth and justice, the gates to kindness and compassion, to love and forgiveness. Let us seek those things which abide forever. Let us use well the opportunities which now beckon before the gates swing shut. We chant Ashrei responsively, page 762.
אשרי יושבי ביתך, אודי הללוך הסלע.
אשרי עם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו.
תהילה לדוד, ארומימך אלוהי המלך, וברך שמך לעולם ועד.
בכל יום אברכך, והללה שמך לעולם ועד.
גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, ולגדולתו אין חקר.
דור לדור שבח מעשיך וגבורותיך יגידו.
הדר כבוד הודך, ודברי נפלותיך עשיך.
וזוז נורותיך יאמרו, וגדולתך ספרנה.
זכר אב טובך יביעו, וצדקתך ירננו.
חנון ורחום אדוני, ערך אפיים וגדל חסד.
טוב אדוני לכל, ורחמיו על כל מעשיו.
יודוך אדוני כל מעשיך, וחסידיך יברכוך.
כבוד מלכותך יאמרו, וגבורתך ידברו.
להודיע לבני אדם גבורותיו, וכבוד אדם מלכותו.
מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור.
סומך אדוני לכל הנופלים, וזוקף לכל הכפופים.
הנה כל אליך יסברו, ואתה נותן להם את אוכלם בעיתו.
פותח את ידיך, ומשביע לכל חי רצון.
צדיק אדוני בכל דרכיו, וחסיד בכל מעשיו.
קרוב אדוני לכל קורב, לכל אשר יקראו באמת.
רצון יראיו יעשה, ואת שבתם ישמע ויושיעם.
שומר אדוני את כל אוהביו, ואת כל הרשעים ישמיד.
תהילת אדוני ידבר פי, ויברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד.
ואנחנו נברך יה, מעתה ועד עולם. Hallelujah. We turn now to page 766 for the Chatzi Kaddish, and then we will rise for the final Amidah of this sacred day.
יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבה. וימליך מלכותי בחייכם וביומכם ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בעגלה
page 776.
Baruch atah Adonai. Baruch Shemo. Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Ve'Elohei Yaakov. חסדים טובים וקונה הכל. וזוכר חסדי אבות ומביא גואל לבני בניהם למען שמו מסוד חכמים ונבונים ומלמדת מבינים הבטחה פי בתפילה ותחנונים לחלות וחנין פני מלך מלא רחמים מוחל וסולח לעוונים. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, וחיים מתים אתה רב להושיע. Shema nas lach קודשך, כסוד שיח שרפי קודש, המקדישים שמך בקודש, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וכרזיל זה ואמר.
Page 781. Have compassion upon your creatures, and may your creatures bring joy to you. When you vindicate your people, those who trust in you shall proclaim, O Lord, be sanctified over all your creation. Lord our God, imbue all your creatures with reverence for you, and fill all that you have created with awe of you. May they all bow before you and unite in one fellowship to do your will wholeheartedly. May they all acknowledge, as we do, that sovereignty is yours, that yours is the power and the majesty, and that you reign supreme over all you have created. 782.
אתה וקרתנו מכל העמים, אהבת אותנו ותצטבנו, ורוממתנו מכל שונות, וקידשתנו במצוותיך, וקרבתנו מלכנו לעבודתך, ושמך הגדול והקדוש, עלינו קראת. ותיתן לנו one another באהבה, את יום הכיפורים הזה, למחילה ולסליחה ולכפרה, ולמחל בו את כל עוונותינו מקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו יעלה בלילה, ויגיב ערב ושמה. זכרנו אדוני אלוהינו בו לטובה, ופוקדנו בו לברכה, והושיענו בו לחיים. ובדבר ישוע ברחמים, וסתכוננו ורחם עלינו, והושיענו כלך עינינו, כי המלך חנון ורחום אתה.
You may be seated. We read together on page 785. Before the gates on high swing closed, our Father, hear our prayer. As our lives we seek to mend, entreaties to your throne we send. Before the shades of night descend,
our Father, hear our prayer.
Before the gates on high swing closed,
our Father, hear our prayer.
Your children turn to you stripped of claims to all virtue, seeking your will to pursue.
Our Father, hear our prayer.
Before the gates on high swing closed, our Father, hear our prayer. Abide with us through all our days, and set our hearts with zeal ablaze, that we may learn to walk your ways.
Our Father, hear our prayer.
Before the gates on high swing closed, our Father, hear our prayer. Our sanctuaries open wide, and in our homes and hearts reside your Spirit as our hope and guide.
Our Father, hear our prayer.
Before the gates on high swing closed, our Father, grant our prayer. Accept our penitential plea. Forgive us our iniquity. O help us to live faithfully. Our Father, grant our prayer.
Amen.
page 786. Please rise. Page 789. May the prayers of all your faithful rise to your glorious throne. Answer those who proclaim you one, who trust in you alone. Today, as in all ages past, we pray to you who save. In your mercy grant, we pray, the atonement which we crave. Shelter us beneath your wings, judge us leniently. Make us strong, O source of strength, hearken to our plea. O God of might and mystery, we await your "I forgive." In our need, we cry to you, give us strength to live. We turn to page 793 for the Confessional. Our God and God of our ancestors, may our prayers come before you, and may you not ignore our pleas. We are neither so arrogant nor so stubborn as to declare that we are righteous and have not sinned. For indeed, we have sinned. Please rise.
Ashanu,
Ashanu,
Baganu,
Baganu,
Gazanu,
Gazanu,
Dibanu Dofi,
Dibanu Dofi,
Avinu, Tzadika kolabalenu, ki emet asita, vanachnu irchanu.
We continue silently to page 800.
Page 800 at the bottom of the page. Avinu Malcanu, Avinu Malcanu, Zechor, Zechor Rachamecha, Uchevosh Kasecha, V'chalei Dava V'karev Rav, U'shevi U'mashchit, V'yavon Shemar U'magefa, U'fegara V'chol Machala, V'chol Tekala, V'chol Kitata, V'chol Minei Thurariot, V'chol Gezerah, V'sinat Chinam, Me'aleinu, Me'aleinu, U'me'al Kol B'nei B'ritecha, V'chatom L'chaim Tovim, Kol B'nei B'ritecha, V'kol HaChayim Yodu Chasela, V'halelu et Shimcha Be'emet, Ha'el Yeshuatenu, V'ezratenu Sela, Baruch Atah Adonai,
Baruch Shemo.
Atov Shimcha, Lo Lachana Elehodot. Amen. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, Barachenu b'racha meshuleshet, V'Torah haktuva al yedei Moshe avdecha, Hamora mipi Aaron u'banav, Kohanim am kiroshecha, Kamur. Yivarechecha Adonai, V'yishmerecha.
Ken yiratzon.
Yaher Adonai panav elecha, V'chunecha.
Ken yiratzon.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha, V'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken yiratzon. Grant peace, goodness, and blessing to the world, graciousness, kindness, and mercy to us and to all your people, Israel. Bless us all, O our Father, with the divine light of your presence. For by that divine light you have revealed to us your life-giving Torah and taught us loving kindness, righteousness, mercy, and peace. May it please you to bless your people Israel in every season and at every hour with your peace. In the book of life and blessing, peace and prosperity, may we and all your people, the house of Israel, be sealed for a good and peaceful life. Praised are you, O Lord, source of peace.
Sim shalom, tova uvraka ba'olam. Sim shalom, chen v'chesed v'rachamim, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amechal, sim shalom. Besefer hayim rachav v'shalom, u'parnasav tova. Nizarer v'nikatei levarecha. Anachnu v'kol amecha
You may be seated. Page 805. There is a divine dream which the prophets and rabbis have cherished, and which fills our prayers and permeates the acts of true piety. It is the dream of a world rid of evil, by the grace of God as well as by the efforts of people who are dedicated to the task of establishing the kingship of God in the world. The Almighty has not created the universe so that we might have opportunities to satisfy our greed, envy, and ambition. We should not spend our life hunting for trivial satisfactions while God is waiting for our effort and devotion. We have not survived so that we might waste our years in vulgar vanities. The martyrdom of millions demands that we consecrate ourselves to the fulfillment of God's dream. God is waiting for us to redeem the world. We turn to page 806 and 807 for Avinu Malcanu. Please rise. Avinu Malcanu chatanu lefanecha.
Our Father, our King, we have sinned before you.
Avinu Malcanu, en lanu melech ela ata.
Our Father, our King, we have no king but you.
Avinu Malcanu, achzirenu b'tshuva shlema lefanecha.
Our Father, our King, help us to return to you completely repentant.
Avinu Malcanu, chadesh aleinu shana tova.
Our Father, our King, grant us a good new year.
Avinu Malcanu, shelach refuah shlema lecholei amecha.
Our Father, our King, send complete healing for our afflicted.
Avinu Malcanu, hafer atzat oivenu.
Our Father, our King, frustrate the designs of our adversaries.
Avinu Malcanu, zochrenu bezichron tov lefanecha.
Our Father, our King, remember us favorably.
Avinu Malcanu, chotmenu besefer chaim tovim.
Our Father, our King, seal us in the book of goodness.
Avinu Malcanu, chotmenu besefer geula vishua.
Our Father, our King, seal us in the book of redemption.
Avinu Malcanu, chotmenu besefer panasa vechalkala.
Our Father, our King, seal us in the book of sustenance.
Avinu Malcanu, chotmenu besefer zechuyot.
Our Father, our King, seal us in the book of merit.
Avinu Malcanu, chotmenu besefer slicha umchila.
Our Father, our King, seal us in the book of forgiveness.
Avinu Malcanu, hatzmach lanu Yeshua bekarov.
Our Father, our King, grant glory to your people Israel.
Avinu Malcanu, harem keren Yisrael amecha.
Our Father, our King, grant glory to your people Israel.
Avinu Malcanu, shma kolenu chus verachem aleinu.
Our Father, our King, hear us, pity us, and spare us.
Avinu Malcanu, kabel berachamim uveratzon et tefilateinu.
Our Father, our King, accept our prayer with mercy and favor.
Avinu Malcanu, chamol aleinu ve'al olaleinu v'tapeinu.
Our Father, our King, have pity on us and on our children.
Avinu Malcanu, aseh leman ba'esh u'vamayim al kiddush shemecha.
Our Father, our King, act for those who went through fire and water for the sanctification of your name.
Avinu Malcanu, aseh leman chaim lo lemanenu.
Our Father, our King, act for your sake, if not for ours.
Avinu Malcanu, chonenu v'anenu, ki en banu masim, aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed, v'yoshienu.
Our Father, our King, graciously answer us, although we are without merits. Deal with us charitably and lovingly, and save us. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
ויעלמה דברך ירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביום מכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בהגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן.
אמן.
יהי שמי רבו מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה יתהלל שמי לקודשה. לעילה לעילה במקום ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירת בעלמה ויאמרו אמן.
אמן.
תתקבל תלות ההון ובאותו נכו ישראל קודם אבוהון דבשמיא ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיא וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
You may be seated. Before we move to close the service, to close another Yom Kippur, there are so many people we need to thank. And one advantage to doing everything digitally is we can thank them on the screen. But I must say out loud that we are ever so grateful to our incredible team for putting this together, to Jan Press and David Sisselman and their teams, to our incredible staff right here at the temple, to Cantor Epstein and our incredible choir in Shandor, and of course to our temple leadership under the incredible presidency of Jeffrey Klein, who is leading us through unprecedented times, and certainly before Jeff, to our dear friend, Dr. Bruce Green, whose life was cut short, tragically, by this awful virus. And we also need to thank all of you joining us together on this adventure, experimenting with us to find new ways to come together. Thank you all. And may we find blessing and strength and renewal through our extended family, our extended Temple B'nai Abraham family, wherever we are, wherever we may be. I also need to thank my own family for putting up with me through all of this. One sign of the goodness in life that we praise before us is thinking of the new lives who have come into our community this past year, since the last Yom Kippur. And though there are likely many babies about whom we do not know, but we do know of some. And so we share their names. Brent Jesse Amsterdam, born to Dana and Andrew. Jordan Miller Silberman, grandchild of Julie and Max Silberman. Daphne Fallon Messing, grandchild to Debbie and Ted Perlman. Bryn Harlow McGeed, grandchild to child to Devin and Joe, grandchild to Jane and Stephen Eisenstadt. Jace Noah Davidson, grandchild to Mary Beth Davidson. Hudson Gordon Seller, grandchild to Mickey and Sandy Gordon. Brody Max Wilk, grandchild to Peter and Sue Jackowitz. Logan Mandy Sterling, grandchild to Bonnie and Harrison Sterling. Mara Sloan Schaeffler, grandchild to Peter and Sue Jackowitz. It's been a very good year for them. James Noah Markman, grandchild to Sandy and Stephen Markman. Maya Shea Sternberg, grandchild to Adria and Mark Rolnick. Jacob Brody Handman, grandchild to Fran and Mitch Handman, and great-grandchild to Marilyn Wald. And Lily Ray Shosheim, grandchild to Patty and Barry Roberts. And now, with that life, those lives filling us, blessing us, we turn to page 828 and once again rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh lai lai la 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 lai ya lai la 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 lai ya la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol ben or lechoshet ben Israel ha'amim ben yom hashvi'i לששת ימי המעשה ברוך אתה אדוני המבדיל בין קודש לחול.
Tekiah Gedolah